My nigga Clearly No Debate.
Shout out to Clearly No Debating. Go check his channel out, y'all.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm just trying to make a move.
Raw, Breeze, what up?
I'm just trying to make the move.
Dark side.
The niggas can live through it, but they usually don't.
Fresh off hiatus, yeah, I see your man home. That nigga fresh off a statement. Keep your mouth shut, cause we covered the basics. All white tee, gray sweats over the Asics. Still spit amongst the elite. They've been that way for years. The problem is, motherfuckers was sleep. Can't get you while you looking, motherfuckers asleep. So I stay a step ahead, cause motherfuckers are creep. Old heads that I came up under, they spoiled me. Knew I was a young prince cut from royalty. Now
What's going on, man? Clearly No Debate, aka Ray. Here with a quick vlog. I wanted to get into. I'm not gonna take up much of y'all time with this one. I want to talk about battle rappers that deserve bigger plates. I ended up sitting down thinking about this list, and the one thing that came out of this list that all of these rappers have in common is they're consistent. They show up for battles. They give you all 3 rounds. They're either dope or getting better or have gotten better over time. And for some reason, it's almost like they keep getting overlooked. Yeah, they'll get booked here and there, but they don't get those bigger plates that, you know, a lot of us feel that they should deserve. Now, again, this is just my opinion because these are the people on my list. And sometimes, you know, people may be like, no, I don't think this person deserves a big plate or that person deserves a big plate. To me, these 5 MCs plus my one honorable mention deserves a big plate, man. So let's go ahead and get into the list. My honorable mention, this rapper comes from the South. Pretty dope. You know, he's had a couple of big battles. You know, he battled DNA, he battled JC, he battled Ill Will. He also took on Loso at Gnome. He was the opening act for Gnome. I'm talking about Scotty. I think Scotty's dope. I think Scotty's hella slept on. And I feel like maybe, you know, with RBE, I know he's doing this thing with Houston Barcode, Scotty, but I think, you know, it was a good look for RBE to book him. I think RBE should book him a few more times. Honestly think he needs to be booked on URL. And I also feel like, I don't know if he ever battled on King of the Dot. He maybe need to be booked on King of the Dot. But I don't think he should be getting like these small sample size fights. I still feel like Scotty put in that work and it brings 3 rounds, no matter if it's pure bars, if it's comedy, if it's, you know, Texas slang, you know, all of that down south shit that most of us like. I still feel like that he deserves bigger shots than what he get, and he's just my honorable mention. So hopefully, man, you know, on my little platform, you know, one of the leagues end up peeping it. They decided to give you a shot. I just wanted to salute you and feel like, man, you need a bigger plate. Let's go ahead and get into the top 5. All right, coming in at number 5, this particular MC, you know, he's gotten big matches or whatever, but for some reason, you know, it's like he'd get a big match here, get a big match there, and it's like it flies under the radar with the big matches that he has. He has battled Mickey Fax. He has battled Goods. You know, he has he got a pretty stellar resume. He's battled the likes of Big T. I'm talking about Danger Zone. I think Danger Zone is very, very dope. People sleep on Danger Zone, in my opinion, and he's one of those MCs that's on this list that brings 3 consistent rounds, that is a good battler, has nice bars, but for some reason people go like, well, he don't have the look, he don't have the ick factor, he don't have the popularity. But my thing is, okay, for some people, what is popularity? Because we will be force-fed certain battlers, not gonna say no names, but we will be force-fed certain battlers that really don't have that it factor, but because they belong to a crew, they're going to keep getting battles. They're going to keep getting battles on top of battles on top of battles on top of battles. They can choke, they can stumble, they could, do anything wrong that we all say is a big no-no in battle rap. And they get booked again. Where you have the likes of a Danger Zone who will bring 3 consistent rounds, will be dope, will have the crowd rocking, and it's like, okay, we'll book you in May, and we probably won't book you again until August. And it's like, come on now, like, he's one of those MCs that deserves a bigger plate. So Danger Zone, he tops the list at number 5. I think he deserves a bigger plate. Coming in at number 4, another MC, and y'all probably gonna hear me say this a lot throughout this vlog. It's consistent. 3 rounds. He's gotten a few big plate series, been on the big stages a few times. I would like to see him get bigger plates. I think he's under contract with URL. That's why he haven't moved anywhere else, or he's probably just loyal to URL. But coming in at number 4, Mike P. Mike P to me is very dope. And to me, I feel like Mike P also deserves bigger plates. The thing that stands out to me about Mike P is that, like, okay, we all have our fair share of white MCs or whatever. And, most of them are dope. But Mike P is, like, to me, it's dope. And a lot of people really don't see that. Maybe it's because, he's white. And people try to, they can't overlook that. But compared to most other white MCs, Mike P is dope. And Mike P gives it his all every time he steps in the ring, man. Of course, we just saw the battle with him and Serious Jones. I'm going to say this, though. A lot of y'all motherfuckers lied prior to this battle coming out that Mike P cleaned up Serious Jones. This battle, in my opinion, is a lot closer than a lot of people would like to admit to. But that's just my opinion. But let's go ahead and shine the light back on Mike P. Mike P, he's just somebody I feel like that deserves a bigger plate. And I feel like URL, y'all could talk one of these vets into giving Mike P that look. I mean, Mike P he did get a good look versus Serious Jones. Regardless of what anybody may feel about Serious Jones is still a legend in this game. But I still feel like that Mike P deserves a little bit more. He deserves a couple of more looks, man. So, number 4, Mike P. Coming in at number 3, this guy basically transformed himself, transformed his style, and it literally worked. It worked. Since he's became this new person, it's been 30s all over the place, 2-1s all over the place, and he's been basically building up his dubs. And I'm talking about the Saga. I think the Saga's very good MC. Say it again. 3 rounds. He bring them. He's consistent. I remember URL had this thing where what they tried to do with Summer Madness 3, and it was bars over names or whatever. I mean, I know it was controversial behind the reason of bars over names and all of that, but I think URL need to have those kind of events. I mean, we get the bands, we get the Born Legacies or whatever, but I think URL need to put together like a small event called Bars Over Names, where they give the guys that bring 3 consistent rounds a shot versus a big name or whatever. It don't have to be on pay-per-view or whatever, anything like that. It could be exclusively for the app or something like that. I'm just throwing that idea out there. But we need to start rewarding people with consistency. Consistency. We really need to start doing that, because some of these MCs get overlooked because, again, we're in this popularity contest thing. And it's like, well, I don't want to see that person, or this. And I've always found it funny that whenever fans say they didn't want to see somebody on the card, and then after that card happened, they be like, oh, that was potentially battle of the night. Or, yo, I'm glad that battle was on the card because that battle was better than this battle, and it's this. And we really wanted to see this battle, but that battle was trash, and the battle we didn't want to see was dope. So, to me, I just feel like the Saga is one of those MCs, man, that he gives it his all, man. Regardless of if you don't believe him, he's not believable. At the end of the day, look, man. At the end of the day, all of these guys are MCs. I'm pretty sure 90% of the shit that these motherfuckers talk about, they don't really do. They haven't really seen, so on and so forth, man. It's only a handful of them that you could actually say, yo, okay, he actually been through that, or he actually been through that. But other than that, it's just a bunch of dudes, talented dudes that mesh words together very, very well, man. And I feel like the Saga, he's one of those people, so. Coming in at number 2, say it again, 3 consistent rounds, dope MC. Number 2, Jerry West. That battle versus Chess, I'm gonna say this, and because I said this about Mike P and Serious Jones. That battle versus Chess, everybody was talking about how Chess killed him. I mean, I still edged the battle to Chess, but this battle was a lot closer than a lot of people made it out to be before it came out on the app. And this is one of the reasons why I miss being at live shows, man. Because sometimes people really go off of how much crowd reaction can determine how a battle is won versus what the person is actually saying. Like we've seen Dot say, I dropped classic after classic after classic, and the crowd went nuts. So my whole thing is with Jerry West is that Jerry West, he don't get booked often. Well, most of these MCs don't get booked often. And when they do get booked, it's almost like they're throwing them a bone real quick. Like, okay, we just gonna give you that person. Jerry West has the curse of getting the old vets that mattered back in the early 2000s. Like, that's where Jerry West's career was hanging at before he got Chess. He was known for getting the older vets that mattered back then. And I feel like that Jerry West deserves way more because he's another dope MC. He's another person that just, he grabs the crowd. Let's not act like he doesn't grab the crowd with some of the stuff he says. I mean, okay, yeah, he didn't, I remember somebody said he didn't have a good showing when he battled Tech 9 and all of that other stuff. But since then, Jerry West has been having great showings back to back to back to back. And I feel like he deserves a bigger plate. He's one of those MCs that deserves a bigger plate. Again, I don't know what Jerry West's situation is, but, you know, I just feel like, I'm pretty sure, like, somebody said this. I can't remember who said it. Jerry West doesn't come out that much. I think Jerry West needs to start getting out here, needs to start doing interviews, needs to get on his Twitter, call some motherfuckers out, something, you know, like, get it popping. But again, that's just my opinion or whatever. But Jerry West is number 2 of one of the MCs that need a bigger plate. Now, before I get into my number 1, quick recap. Honorable mention, Scotty. Number 5, Danger Zone. Number 4, Mike P. Number 3, The Saga. Number 2, Jerry West. And the number 1 person who I feel that deserves a bigger plate. This dude has bodies. This dude has memorable rounds. This dude has classic rounds. This dude, he has moments. He has moments, and people do still overlook him. The number 1 MC I feel that deserves a bigger plate is Swave Sevah. It's a shame that somebody as dope as Swave don't get the names that he deserves. Now, granted, I know people go say, okay, well, he did get a couple of big names. He got Arsenal. He didn't fare well. He got Head Ice. He didn't fare well. He got Averb. He didn't fare well. But here's the thing, and let's just address this Head Ice thing. A lot of people is going back and watching that battle now and giving that battle to Swave. I don't know if Head Ice, the aura of Head Ice is finally like going away. And because a lot of people be like, yo, some of the shit Ice be saying, he an OG, but the shit don't make sense. And a lot of people have been going back to that battle and been giving Swave that battle. And Swave wasn't trash in that battle. Like, let's be honest. I think the whole, I think it was $12 or $7 or something like that. Everybody said that like kind of fucked up Swave in the battle. But other than that, Swave is one of those dudes, 3 consistent rounds, man. Punch your fucking head off. Has the bars, has the jokes, man. And he's very witty with the stuff that he crafts and put together. But he don't get those big plates, man. Like, it's way far in between of big plates that he get. And people keep saying, well, he's the gatekeeper. He's the gatekeeper. He's the gatekeeper. But then here's another thing. Most of these MCs that people are blowing up that's new haven't even seen Swave. So how is Swave the gatekeeper if none of them even stood in front of Swave? There's no way Swave should not be getting booked more. That's just my opinion. And again, I'm hoping that with this vlog on my little platform that it gets y'all some more looks, man. Because to me, all of y'all are dope MCs, man. I feel like all of y'all deserve bigger looks, deserve bigger plates, so on and so forth. So, Clearly No Debate Ray, holla at y'all.